kijkt naar de Lowlands special en naast mij zit Melissa Auf der Maur. We were talking about how your career started. The Smashing Pumpkins. That must have been a great honor.
Great honor, one of my favorite bands of all time. So to learn the catalog of that band, all their songs, and to be part of the concluding chapter was an honor, absolutely, because they knew had known me for, at that point, 10, 11 years, and he wanted someone who really felt the music with my heart full on, because I had been a fan of the band beginning, so it was an amazing dream come true for me to be able to be in my favorite band. And
didn't you feel kind of pity about the fact that the band was ending, that it was their farewell tour?
No, life is life, you know, things end, and they were very comfortable with it, and it was just an honor for me to be part of the end chapter.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the music lives forever. You don't need the band to live forever, you know.
What did you think of the fact that the Smashing Pumpkins decided to quit?
I think it's a natural evolution in life. Relationships end, music comes to... I think it was good, probably, you know, Billy's making a solo record right now. It might be the best thing he's ever done. You know, people need to change.
Yeah.
I needed to change to be able with those three. And so playing with the three of them and learning whatever it was, 75 to 100, amazing music lesson for me. So that was the biggest thing, is learning my instrument, learning about songwriting. It was great education.
We zijn aangekomen bij haar eigen album. We're going to talk about your own album, because you played with other bands, of course. When did you decide that you wanted to make your own album?
I didn't know if I was just writing songs just for my own discovery of discovering music, but break, because I had gone straight from Hole to the Smashing Pumpkins, and I wanted to change my pattern. So I film scoring, I worked on my photography, I did many different things, and at the end of that year I decided that I wanted to make my own album, but do it in a very particular way, which was self-financing it, exactly who, how, where, and when, and not having any outside influences or outside structure. Basically, I decided I'll make a record as long as I don't have any limit to, there was no expectations other than just my own love of music.
I want to know if this record that you made, was it like a process?
The thing is a process, obviously, whether it's 1 week or 10 years, it's always a process. It's like an evolution. The songs, I had been writing the songs for 8 years, so the songwriting was a long process, and then the making of the record, I took us 1 year to make it, so all of 2002, and in that time I really wanted to be able to sort of explore the songs by going into the studio for a few weeks, and then a month later go back and let it evolve a little bit. So yeah, it was a very slow process. This record was very unique in that I had 8 years to write it and 1 year to make it.
Yeah.
Whereas the next record will be a different thing, but I'm excited for a different kind of process. Yeah.
Dit is de Lowlands special hier op MTV en ik ben aan het praten met Melissa Auf der Maur. We were talking about your record, your first debut. What's the overall feeling of that album?
A dream come true in terms of all I wanted to do is explore the music inside of me, celebrate it with my closest friends, and have freedom to do anything I wanted. So it's a feeling of a celebration of music in a very honest and pure, kind of idealistic way. I'm very, the process, that was satisfying enough. I didn't even need all of this coming to, you know, touring in Europe, and the fact that people have responded to the music is all an extra bonus. The making of the record in itself was one of the best things, best times I've ever had in my life, yeah.
Oh, that's good. You work with your friends, a lot of famous people as well. What can you tell me about that? Why did you choose to work with all these people?
Because I decided that if I was going to make my first record, I wanted to make it in the most dream way, like live out all my dreams and all my... so all of my friends are musicians, because I've been playing music and around music my whole life. And because I didn't have a band and I didn't want to limit it, I wanted to sort of explore all of my freedom, and that meant... well, then why don't I get a different lineup for every song? And I had all my songs written, and I knew how I wanted them to sound, and all of my friends are great musicians, so I basically just invited different musicians for different songs to make the songs sound exactly the way I wanted them to sound.
And are you happy with them?
I'm very happy with them because of just their level of enthusiasm, which matches my level. This is my first record, and to them this is their first world tour, and it's very, very equal in that way.
Nou, je kan er nu heel even naar gaan kijken, want het klinkt weer goed wat ze allemaal vertelt. Melissa Auf der Maur met haar band op het Lowlands podium. Dit is de Lowlands Special en naast mij zit Melissa Auf der Maur. You're a tough lady in a man's world. I mean, you're a musician, but it's like a man scene.
Yeah. Rock music is it seems to attract more men than it does women. I've been in love with rock music for over 10 years, and I'd say I meet one woman to every 2,000 male musicians. So it seems to just be the way the world works. But I don't. I'm a musician before being a woman, so I don't focus on it too much. But it is funny that maybe today I'm one of the few women performing, and it's been like this ever since I was in Hole. We're always one of the few females on the festival bill. It depends what you look at it. I see it almost as an advantage because I have a different perspective on things. But some people might see that, I've been very lucky in that I've only ever felt support from people. So. Yeah. But I think it's very important that I represent the women at this festival, and they can watch us tonight on stage and feel like they're being represented in this.
Do you feel you have to prove yourself extra because you're a woman?
No. I think that just as a musician, I always feel like I have to prove myself to musicians, but not because I'm a woman, just because I'm So no, I don't. I was raised in believing I could do whatever I wanted, whether I was a man or a woman. So I'm very, very. I don't have any fear of that, no.
Are you a secure woman?
I've become more secure in my travels and my discovery of who I am. I mean, I guess so. I feel like a pretty happy person. I've had a very lucky life, very privileged life. I come from a great family, so I've been pretty lucky.
Okay. All right. Nou ja, we gaan straks nog even verder kletsen, want ze hebben nog veel meer te vertellen. Dit was hem alweer, de Lowlands Special met Melissa Auf der Maur. Who is Melissa Auf der Maur?
Redhead Canadian bass player who loves rock music more than anything else.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Dit was hem dan weer. Melissa en Barbara op Lowlands.